Some people can be shaken easily. Life, criticism, loss and failure knock them down, and they stay down. But the Sigma male is different. He doesn't just survive challenges, he absorbs them, learns from them, and comes out stronger. There's a quiet resilience in him that others often don't see, but it makes him almost impossible to break. The Sigma male doesn't rely on others for strength. He doesn't need approval, reassurance, or constant validation. His foundation is built from within, and that foundation is solid. It doesn't matter how much pressure is applied from the outside. He knows who he is and what he values, and that gives him a kind of unshakable stability. Part of what makes him resilient is his ability to detach from the noise of society. While most people are caught up in popularity contests, social hierarchies, and external expectations, the Sigma male walks his own path. He's guided by internal rules, personal principles, and his own standards. Because of that, external pressure rarely has the power to shake him. This video explores 6 reasons why no one is able to break a Sigma male. These reasons are not about toughness, aggression, or domination. They are about quiet strength, mental clarity, and emotional self-sufficiency. Understanding these traits can help you see why Sigma males operate differently and why they maintain their power even in the hardest situations. We'll examine each reason in detail, showing how his resilience is built and why it's so effective. By the end, it will be clear that breaking a Sigma male isn't about force. It's almost impossible because his strength is rooted deep within himself. Reason number 1. Unshakable self-reliance. The first reason no one can break a Sigma male is his unshakable self-reliance. From an early age, he learns to depend on himself. He understands that the world is unpredictable and that waiting for help or guidance often leads to disappointment. So he builds his skills, knowledge, and emotional resources on his own. Self-reliance isn't just about doing things alone. It's a mindset. The Sigma male trusts his judgment, makes decisions confidently, and takes responsibility for his actions. When challenges arise, he doesn't panic or look to blame others. He assesses the situation, adapts, and moves forward. That ability to operate independently makes him nearly impervious to attempts to manipulate or break him. Because he relies on himself, criticism and opposition have little effect. Negative opinions, social pressure, or ridicule might bother others, but the Sigma male evaluates each situation objectively. He doesn't internalize negativity unless it aligns with his own standards. That internal filter protects him from emotional attacks and allows him to maintain stability no matter the environment. In work, relationships, and life in general, self-reliance gives him freedom. He's not constrained by dependency. He doesn't need to fit in or follow the crowd. And that independence alone discourages people from attempting to undermine him because he's already untouchable in his internal structure. His self-reliance also allows him to solve problems that would break others. When faced with difficulty, he doesn't rely on excuses or temporary fixes. He creates solutions, often quietly and efficiently. And once he develops that habit, external pressure becomes almost irrelevant. He's built resilience into his own system, making him nearly impossible to destabilize. Reason number 2, emotional independence. The second reason a Sigma male cannot be broken is his emotional independence. While most people's moods and confidence are affected by external validation, social approval, and the reactions of others, the Sigma male maintains emotional autonomy. He doesn't depend on anyone else to feel whole or secure. Emotional independence doesn't mean he's cold or detached. He feels deeply, but he doesn't allow emotions to control him. When others lash out, praise him, or criticize him, he absorbs it, processes it, and moves forward without being swayed. That internal stability protects him from manipulation and emotional pressure. This independence also means he chooses carefully who he lets into his inner circle. He doesn't need constant social reinforcement or friendship for validation. Instead, he surrounds himself with relationships that are genuine, meaningful, and mutually respectful. This filtering process ensures that he's not easily hurt or destabilized by shallow or toxic people. Because he's emotionally self-sufficient, others find it difficult to provoke him. Anger, fear, guilt, or flattery don't influence him in the way they influence people who are more dependent on social feedback. He observes, assesses, and responds rationally rather than reacting impulsively. That self-control makes him appear unbreakable to those who attempt to manipulate him. Emotional independence also enables him to recover quickly from setbacks. Failure, disappointment, or conflict may affect others deeply and for long periods. The Sigma male, however, processes challenges internally, learns the lessons, and continues forward without carrying unnecessary emotional baggage. That resilience makes him nearly impossible to destabilize through psychological or emotional tactics. His emotional independence is a shield. It protects his self-worth, maintains his confidence, and allows him to navigate life on his own terms. And because it's cultivated over time, no amount of external pressure or manipulation can dismantle it. It's an invisible strength that makes him remarkably difficult to break. Reason number 3: deep introspection and self-awareness. The third reason no one can break a Sigma male is his deep introspection and self-awareness. He constantly examines himself, his thoughts, and his actions. This self-reflection allows him to understand his strengths, weaknesses, and triggers, giving him control over his own mind and emotions. Unlike most people who react to life impulsively, the Sigma male takes time to pause and evaluate situations internally. He considers how he feels, why he feels that way, and what he can do to respond effectively. This internal clarity allows him to navigate challenges with composure that others find difficult to match. Self-awareness also helps him recognize when outside influence is attempting to manipulate him. He can identify subtle pressures, hidden motives, and emotional traps because he understands how these tactics work, both in general and how they might affect him personally. This insight acts as a shield, preventing others from destabilizing him. Introspection also fosters growth. Every setback, criticism, or conflict becomes a learning opportunity. He reflects on it, adjusts his strategy, and emerges stronger. That iterative process of self-evaluation ensures that he is always improving, and the Sigma male becomes increasingly resilient over time. People attempting to break him often underestimate his mental discipline. They see calmness, silence, or detachment and assume vulnerability. In reality, his mind is sharp, aware, and in control. He has studied himself more than most study others, which makes him exceptionally difficult to manipulate or intimidate. Because he knows himself so thoroughly, he doesn't rely on external definitions of success, morality, or social norms to guide his decisions. This self-knowledge ensures that no one else's opinions or actions have the power to define him or break his spirit. Reason number 4: mastery over external validation. The fourth reason a Sigma male is unbreakable is his mastery over external validation. He doesn't require approval, praise, or recognition to feel confident or complete. While most people depend on validation to maintain their self-esteem, the Sigma male relies on his own standards and judgment. This detachment from outside opinion makes him immune to common tactics that break others. Criticism, gossip, or exclusion has little effect because he already trusts his own assessment. He doesn't base his self-worth on how others perceive him, which makes attempts to manipulate or belittle him largely ineffective. Mastering external validation also allows him to make decisions freely. He doesn't bend under peer pressure, social trends, or the desire to conform. That independence allows him to act according to his values, not the expectations of others. And because he moves according to his own rules, he is much harder to control. His confidence isn't arrogant, it's steady and grounded. He knows who he is, what he wants, and what he can achieve. That stability makes him resistant to fear, shame, or social intimidation. Others might try to provoke him with social tactics, but he remains unaffected because he doesn't need their approval. Over time, this mastery builds resilience. By valuing his own standards above all else, he creates an internal foundation that cannot be shaken by external forces. No criticism, manipulation, or social pressure can erode his sense of self because it is firmly anchored within. Reason number 5. Adaptability and flexibility. The fifth reason a Sigma male cannot be broken is his adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and the Sigma male doesn't rigidly cling to one path or plan. Instead, he assesses the situation, adapts, and acts strategically. This flexibility allows him to handle challenges that would overwhelm others. Adaptability isn't just about changing actions, it's about mindset. He doesn't resist change or become defensive when circumstances shift. He observes, adjusts, and moves forward without losing composure. This fluid approach prevents external stresses from destabilizing him. He can navigate both social and professional environments with ease because he reads situations accurately and adapts his approach. If someone tries to intimidate him or create conflict, he shifts tactics or disengages entirely, maintaining his stability while others struggle to regain control. Flexibility also enables problem solving. When faced with obstacles, he evaluates multiple perspectives and chooses the most effective course of action. He doesn't panic or get stuck. He moves efficiently, and his adaptability makes him resilient to situations that would break less resourceful individuals. This combination of awareness, strategy, and flexibility ensures that external pressures rarely have lasting impact. The Sigma male can recover quickly, respond intelligently, and maintain his integrity no matter the circumstances. That resilience paired with his other qualities makes him nearly impossible to break. Reason number 6. Inner peace and contentment. The sixth reason no one can break a Sigma male is his inner peace. He has cultivated a sense of contentment that doesn't rely on external conditions. He knows who he is, what he values, and what he wants from life. This inner calm creates a resilience that shields him from stress, manipulation, and pressure. Inner peace allows him to remain unshaken in the face of chaos. When others panic, argue, or react emotionally, the Sigma male observes calmly. He doesn't need to prove himself or assert dominance. His confidence stems from a deep sense of self, not from external validation or temporary wins. Contentment also strengthens his focus. Because he isn't constantly chasing approval, status, or recognition, he can dedicate energy to meaningful pursuits. He moves deliberately, prioritizing what matters most and ignoring distractions. That clarity makes him more strategic and less vulnerable to being derailed by outside forces. People attempting to break him often underestimate this quiet strength. They expect emotional reactions, defensiveness, or visible weakness. Instead, they encounter composure, stability, and patience. The Sigma male's calm demeanor often disarms attempts at intimidation because he doesn't respond in predictable ways. This inner balance is cultivated through reflection, experience, and discipline. He has learned to process challenges internally, accept outcomes, and maintain perspective. His mind is not easily swayed by anger, jealousy, or criticism. That self-mastery ensures that no matter what external pressures arise, his spirit remains intact. Ultimately, this inner peace, combined with his self-reliance, emotional independence, and adaptability, forms a fortress that cannot easily be penetrated. It is a quiet, steady power that protects him in every area of life, making the Sigma male unbreakable in ways few can comprehend. Sigma males cannot be broken because their strength is internal, deliberate, and self-sustaining. They rely on themselves, cultivate emotional independence, reflect deeply, avoid dependence on external validation, adapt flexibly, and maintain inner peace. Together, these traits form a combination that protects them from manipulation, stress, and social pressures. This resilience is not loud or aggressive. It is quiet, strategic, and grounded. People may misinterpret it as arrogance or detachment, but in reality, it is the result of careful self-mastery and a strong foundation built over time. Others can attempt to intimidate or pressure him, but the Sigma male remains steady because his power comes from within. Understanding these 6 reasons helps explain why Sigma males are so difficult to influence or break. They are masters of themselves first, and that mastery makes them formidable. Their presence, decisions, and resilience reflect the strength of a man who cannot be shaken by forces outside his control. If you see yourself as a Sigma male, embrace these traits. They are your protection and your power. If you know someone with these qualities, recognize the depth of their resilience and respect their boundaries. Strength is not always visible, but when it is grounded internally, it is unbreakable. Share your thoughts in the comments. Have you encountered a Sigma male whose resilience left a lasting impression? Or do you identify with these traits yourself? Reflecting on these qualities can help you understand both yourself and those around you more deeply.